We're back in Robocraft. This is a quick design I slapped together for a little hover runabout SMG using a lot of electroplate. I'd seen these tier 9 electroplates stacked behind each other, one after another, on the undersides of planes, similar to the way that the tier 4 electroplates can stack right behind each other. And I wanted to try my own variation on that. And then this just ended up being this tiny little SMG craft along the way. I realized you could snake the gun mounts in between these, as well as the mounts for those two thrusters there. Two tier 6, two tier 10 thrusters. These just happen to be the blocks I have left over now that I bought a bunch of black cubes. And this thing ends up in tier 10, and obviously it can't survive even being looked at by most of the other opponents. I'm just going to do a quick show of it and then take it apart and never look at it again. This is my favorite style of mobility in this game. I call it hover sleds because it is a hover, but I spend most of my time on the ground. You're faster and really usually more maneuverable when you're up in the air, and you're also less vulnerable to plasma shots, especially if they're not above you. But once half of your ship is blown off, you can still sled along the ground usually pretty well. That's how I played through most of the game, was there's a plasma hover sled. I actually don't own one right now. Maybe I'll build one soon. It's hard to counter planes when you're a plasma sled. There's really nothing you can do but run and hide. Get really good at spotting. It's very fun to slide along the ground in a rather big or heavy tank, and nobody expects that it's going to pick up from behind cover. Fire 6 plasma shots right into them. It's a good feeling. So if there's any mystery about the way this is built, I'll just take it apart real quick here. There's nothing symmetrical about it. You can see the driver's seat is right behind that electroplate, as well as this gun. So I guess that's the center, and between those two, and you can see these electroplates, the tier 7s, aren't the same on either side. So these go like this. Oops. If you just take a couple tier 9 electroplates and start messing around with the way they overlap, you'll probably come up with something better. And then I've got a tier 8 hanging out here on the back. The hover blades are one block higher in the rear than they are on the front. And as long as you balance the weight, that actually works out pretty good normally. Alright, that's all. We'll see ya.